It was just the disorganization was just amazing. But what happened was then, okay, I have to do this expressive arts project. Oh God, what am I going to do? You know. And then a friend of mine said, well, there's this thing called soul cards. Try this. You know. And she showed me what she'd done. It was really beautiful what she had done, and that started to spark an idea. In two ways. One, I was curious about it and interested in it. And the other way, oh, this will, I've got a solution. I have something I can focus on. I can do this now. You know? So I took off into this thing, starting to cut pictures out like crazy. The next thing I knew, I was printing pictures of my father and cutting them out. And every card came as it came. It wasn't like I had, oh, I'm going to do the next one on this. It was sort of like, oh, this picture's really good. And then I start building pictures around it. You know. So I'll just pass around. This one is my dad from cradle to death, really. I was lucky enough to be there when he passed, and it was really time for him. But it was an amazing experience, which I could talk hours about. Just the dissolution of this idea of what death is inside, and then realizing what an incredible piece of our life it is, actually. Just this, how okay it is, especially if you get to be there. How actually that moment is really okay. And that was really good, because all the beliefs grow about how un-okay it is to die. You know? And then you realize, oh no, actually that's part of all of this. So that's one card. And then, you know, sorry about this, but I carry on with death a little longer. And then I realized, well, because I'm about to turn 60 this summer, which is really like incredible. I started pulling together all the pictures of friends who have died of mine in the last 3 years only. Right? And I have a funny situation in that I lived in communes for years and years and years, so I know a lot of people, and I'm very close with. So there's friends, lovers. My first therapist is on here, and it kind of goes from there. So in honor of all of them, and I end up posting that to kind of the loved ones of all of those people. It's a lot of people. And all right, one last one. The whole commune thing. This is the last death one, I promise. The whole commune thing for me was a big, big piece of my life. It started in '82 and went on for, it's still in a way going on, but I lived in communes for 5-6 years, and then I'd go back every 6 months and live in them again. And this master who I was around then died in 1990. So this is, the last words he said was, I leave you my dream. And this is some pictures from the celebration. And that whole commune time, in terms of just a pictorial thing, I kind of got into, actually on the back of that is a description of what sannyas is. I got into, you know, just putting pictures together about the whole sannyas, the sannyasa experience.